Hi everyone, I am in my workroom today and I just wanted to share my necklace that I just made and talk about inspiration versus worrying about stuff. And this is just my own personal process that I'm going through, and I think that you can probably relate. So for the longest time, so I'm 55 and I did retail jewelry for many years right after I graduated college. Um, Sorry if you can hear that I'm playing with the necklace. Anyway, I went to UCLA for sociology. I graduated with a sociology degree, which I didn't use. I was just going to college because that was the prescribed norm for all of us. And I was grateful that my father helped out with my degree. But before I graduated, like 3 months before I graduated, I told my dad, this has no meaning. I don't believe in what I'm doing. It's just, I was really into spirituality and Eastern mysticism, and I didn't see how, I just thought that going to school and getting this degree was a farce, and I was just playing along in societal norms, and I didn't want to. So my dad said, look, honey, I'll send you to Europe. I'll get you a ticket to Europe. Just finish college. Just get your degree. Graduate. I was like, oh, okay. So I powered through. I graduated. Those are the worst pictures of me in my life. I have had hypothyroidism since I was in my early 20s, probably as a kid, but I was diagnosed in my early 20s. And so I don't know if you know anything about hypothyroidism, but you tend to have a battle with weight gain and this full looking face, which as I'm aging, I think kind of helps me a little bit because I have like these big cheeks. But when I was younger and really had autoimmune in full effect, it was much more severe. And so anyway, I don't ever want to see those photos again. I mean, they're just horrible. Thank God there was no camera phones back then. That was 93, I think. Did we not have cell phones then? I don't even know. Anyway, it's all, photos that needed to get developed that I think I've thrown them away. So anyway, the point is that I don't remember why I was telling you that, but here I am in Sonoma in my beautiful little home, and it's such a beautiful day. The sun came out. It was cold in the morning. I had the heat going for hours. And then I opened the front door and I watered some plants and took them outside and put them on the little porch so they could like get some, extra sun. I can't wait to show you the view. It is a little dark in my room because of the direction of the sun. So this gets early morning light, which I should probably do any subsequent videos in the morning. But however, it's still cozy and it's beautiful outside. There's a huge redwood tree. So I started my jewelry business. Oh, this is why. So when I graduated college, my mom said, oh, go see this woman. I won't name her. She will probably hire you. So I was 22 or 23 and I walked into her store and she hired me. It was a fine jewelry store. And I learned all about gemstones and jewelry, and there were two wonderful goldsmiths working in the back, and so I also got very close with them and learned a lot about fabrication, and I later took fabrication classes, which was so much fun. I absolutely loved the process. And so thus began my career in the jewelry business. So I learned a ton, and I just fell in love with gemstones and beads. And I've always been making jewelry since then, but it's always been kind of a side hustle. And I've had, as I've just discussed in my previous videos, I had lots of different jobs, never a real career. I've always been good in retail, so I could always find something because I love working with people and really truly finding them something that makes them happy. So here I am in Sonoma now. I won't get into the big chunk in between, but I am taking my business more seriously and started to do markets last year and have been doing really well. And I'm working on my website. And in my last video, I talked about how having this kind of lifestyle where I don't have a set amount of income coming in every month can produce worry. And I'm 55 years old, and I have seen historically, year after year after year, I'm always okay. So why am I continuing to worry? Well, I'm not. I actually am at a place now where I am fully surrendered to my life and to God. I do believe in God. I'm not necessarily a religious person, but I do believe in God. And I am really taking that more seriously now in my life than ever before, because what I see going on in the world today is we are being forced to look to something deeper and more meaningful and more everlasting than the values that we are placing on everything that we're placing value on. Money, homes, goods, clothes, jewelry. But my jewelry is different. No. It's wonderful to have beautiful things, I think. And the energy of the gemstones brings a certain frequency and vibration into our lives. So I am spreading good energy out into the world with color and these stones that do carry a certain frequency. So what I've decided is to not worry anymore, because what does worry do? It does absolutely nothing. Like, whether you work out the problem or not that you're worrying about, the worrying didn't do anything. So I am committed to living in the moment and not worrying and enjoying my life. It's like, I don't know, I'm sure other people experience this too, but it's like, it's like there's all this worry about how am I going to make more money. Everybody wants to make more money. And that is not what life is about. Sure, it's a construct of society that we all need to engage in, but there's something much bigger out there that when we tap into it, I think it's just not a problem. And if we've got in our minds, like, I need X amount, I don't really think that's the right way to think about it. And I think that living in gratitude for exactly what we already have is really the best way to live and subsequently bring more of these things that we're grateful for into our lives. I mean, it's Law of Attraction 101, but it actually does work. But here's the thing I think people miss is just saying affirmations is not the same as a visceral felt emotion, a felt state of being in the body. And that becomes this vibration that has a ripple effect. And not only is it good for us, but it's good for people around us too. So this is sort of my little philosophy, and this is what I'm committed to. And let me know if this resonates for you at all. Maybe we can be accountability partners and just see that I think that enjoying the moment and less worry and more gratitude and just thinking positively brings, spontaneity and synchronicities. And one synchronicity that just happened actually is I, like, without even trying, picked up a couple days of work for this woman who I absolutely adore. She's selling my jewelry in her little boutique. It's right on the plaza in Sonoma. And so it's going to be so fun. It's just 2 days a week. I love meeting people. I'm not giving away too much of my time, and it's going to help me pay all my bills. So anyway, I'm so excited. I wanted to share that with you, and I want to share this new necklace, which is sort of um, an arrival of spring. Now I've got it in cinematic, so I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but it's really just about the colors for me. I was just finally inspired because the sun came out. So this is a little peek into my life, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you too are letting go of worry and what you're bringing in for 2026.